I'm gonna take you down, lucky villain who seems blissfully unaware that she just made a colossal mistake. This gentleman, Lian Shu, was a CIA superstar agent but lost his wife due to his frequent absences. A month ago, Lian Shu planned to retire early to mend ties with his daughter Danny, but she got kidnapped the moment they reunited. What luck! With her combat experience, she was not about to sit back. A whirlwind rescue mission kicked off, and Lian Shu immediately uploaded the recording for her colleagues to analyze and rushed to Danny's mum's. After confirming the stepdad didn't have any business enemies, Lian Shu dug through Danny's room for clues. That's when a colleague called to say the kidnapper crew was Albanian. Sure enough, by their accent, they hailed from Tropoja, Albanian mafia's base. Even the Russians stay clear of these guys, who specialize in kidnapping young foreign girls, and those girls end up getting hooked on drugs and forced into a life of crime. Based on past cases, Lian Shu has 96 hours left. Talk about pressure. In a fit of madness, Lian Shu flew to Paris on her stepdad's jet, replaying the villain's recording. Once in Paris, she didn't even call the cops. Instead, she made a beeline for Danny's place, climbing the exterior walls to peek inside. She smashed a window and jumped inside, finding out of chaos. Lian Shu turned into a little detective, searching every nook and cranny. Finally, she found Danny's smashed phone by the bed. The memory card was still intact. Thanks to the photos and the memory card, she spotted the guy from the pic with Danny and her friend. Meanwhile, outside the airport, Lian was in the midst of approaching a solitary girl with his practice pickup lines. But before he could even invite her to share a ride, Lian Shu swiftly intervened and grabbed him. Would you believe it? The guy she had just beaten had vanished. Lian Shu immediately leaped into a taxi, driving against traffic. Just when she was closing in, that desperate Lian leaped onto a truck below. Then he jumped down and made a run for it. But surprisingly, he got knocked down by a truck, losing her last lead. All Lian Shu could do was to turn to her close friend, Lord, who had by then ascended to the position of Deputy Director of the French Intelligence Agency, and she was insistent that he must provide assistance. No three-quarter OB accepted. Lord suggested she try her luck near the Chai Hotel, and as night fell, she brought along an Albanian translator, heading straight there. She found a streetwalker and went full detective mode, interrogating her like a pro until the charming boss showed up. The precise moment the boss began flirting with her, Lian Shu swiftly and dexterously planted a bug on her body, like a ninja in action. After giving her €50, she quietly left and had the translator decode her conversation, pinpointing their hideout. Shortly after, Lian Shu followed the man to a suburban mansion and blended in. Unbeknownst, she was a hidden superhero. She discovered that behind every curtain was a young girl forced into prostitution, their arms covered in tattoos clearly under horrendous control. She pulled open a curtain and to her shock, found her daughter's coat. Her heart skipped a beat. Lian Shu tried to pry information about her daughter from her, unleashing years of hidden skills. Amidst the gangster's pursuit, Lian Shu showcased some serious survival skills, escaping to a secret hideout. She quickly mixed up some meds for an emergency rescue, and after a night of care, the girl finally woke up. Glancing at Lian Shu's daughter's clothing, the girl recalled a place called Paradise Road, where there was a big red door, a mysterious zone. Using the girl's intel, Lian Shu located the mafia's lair. She impersonated a new official from the National Security Bureau and was easily brought in to see the big boss. Everyone was on high alert, but Lian Shu calmly stated her purpose. The mob boss scoffed, saying the money was already paid, but she flashed a signature smile that settled everyone down. Her powerful presence struck fear into the heart of the mobsters, who could only obediently hand her a stack of cash. Then she pulled out a note for the helpful big-bearded guy to translate. And boom, he was stunned when he realized he was holding the guy who grabbed her daughter. Gunfire erupted, panicking the gang. Lian Shu then used the terrain for an epic showdown. With a shot here and there, she took out a dozen mobsters like it was target practice. When she headed upstairs to find her daughter, all she found was Danny's friend lying lifeless, and her anger skyrocketed, and she swiftly ended the big-bearded guy with 2 steel nails, casually moving on like she was winding down. To her surprise, the big guy held out until the end, but she shoved him onto the electric circuit. 180 volts turned him into barbecue in an instant. He finally spilled the beans about Danny's whereabouts, sold to an underground club. A major revelation. All he knew was the club owner's name, Shankai, but beyond that, he was clueless. Please, don't do this, I've got nothing else, I swear, I'm clueless. No, please, trust me. He pleaded with innocence, and shortly thereafter, Lian Shu made her way over to Lord's residence. She knew that Lord had become a victim in this dark industry chain, and he was her best shot at getting intel on Shankai. Sure enough, as soon as she mentioned Shankai's name, Lord pulled the gun on her. Why not? It's just business at this table. You're forgetting a few things, like the gun in your hand, and this package. Yes, I got it from you. She swiftly jabbed his arm, and helplessly, Lord exported Shankai's info from the system. Lian Shu knocked Lord out cold, stealthily swapped out his ID, and successfully infiltrated the mysterious club. In the lavish banquet hall, the elite of high society assembled quite the crowd. Just as Lian Shu approached the elevator to the underground, she spotted none other than Shankai himself. But she was suddenly stopped by security, told only Vivets could pass. Lian Shu grew impatient, ready to draw her gun.